Ayy, ayy, yeah. Ayy. Go through the phase to get where we prayed. We champion made, ain't nothing I changed. The streets that we paved, they throwing parades. Ayy, nobody can hate on the road that I played. When everything's settled, let's see who remains. From dusk till dawn, from night till day. Ayy, checking the game, was never afraid. Just call on my name, they fall into place. The land of elite, the home of the brave. Ayy, nobody can hate on the toll that I paid. When everything's settled, let's see who remains. From dusk till dawn, from night till day. Against the world, okay, gotta go against the grain. In the mud from a place that wasn't sterile. Get it done like it ain't no thing. Okay, I'm a flamethrower, bang. Feel I got me a championship ring. Pop bottles, bang, yo gang. Rep your set, take that to the bank. Yeah, I've been keeping it frank. King of New York, cause they talking about I done came up in the ranks. Number 11, I show up and show out. My heart is the size of the tank, not the size of the body. I body whoever, just think of Goliath and Dave. The bigger they are, the deeper the hole that I gotta fill in the grave. Okay, from the mezzanine to the penthouse. I was 17 on the bench now. All my idols then is getting sent down. Okay, and my enemies is all hellbound to get meltdown. Guess it's all starting to make sense now. Lil Nicky shit, when that stimmy hit, I was running sessions like a guinea pig. Put sauce in it like the guineas did. Just like my father, I'm Vinny's kid. I'm really him. This really shit that we talked about as little city kids. We really did everything we said we would, blowing up like Killian. Yeah. Hey. Go through the phase to get where we prayed. We champion made, ain't nothing I changed. The streets that we paved, they throwing parades. Ayy, nobody can hate on the road that I played. When everything's settled, let's see who remains. From dusk till dawn, from night till day. Ayy, checking the game, was never afraid. Just call on my name, they fall into place. The land of elite, the home of the brave. Ayy, nobody can hate on the toll that I paid. When everything's settled, let's see who remains. From dusk till dawn, from night till day.
I was insecure when I met you, take me to different levels, but couldn't walk away, start dancing up with the devil. Try my game good, but never did get a medal. Digging up the past, I'm treacherous with the shovel. Treacherous with my ways, treacherous with my thoughts. Trying to maintain, but often it throw me off. When times get hard, be needing you to be soft. Let's get this shit on, don't need you to piss me off. I need love, love, so what's up, love? Is this offering I bring still enough, love? Is these thoughts that I think good enough, love? So let's kiss, then we fight, then we fuck, love, yeah. I fall apart when you're too far. I need you here, I need you close. I fall apart when you're too far. I need you here, I need you close. Show me a better way, pulling on my strings, but I don't feel a serenade. Should open up your heart, but I still see a barricade. Cupid at your fist, shooting darts that don't ricochet. Couldn't heal the wounds that I didn't cause. Always been a centerpiece of your catalog. I know people need time and it's fortunate cause vanity's fair. So when your glamour go up, I play you keeping me there. Hold up, take a deep breath cause it's love in the air. So let's have a conversation, tell the truth if you dare. Keep the dark shit light cause I know you be scared. Know it's feeling difficult, but it's hard when it's rare. I fall apart when you're too far. I need you here, I need you close. I fall apart when you're too far. I need you here, I need you close. I fall apart when you're too far. I need you here, I need you close. I fall apart when you're too far. I need you here, I need you close.
Cut to the chase. Yeah. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day. Don't talk about clutch, I got ice in my veins. I'm colder than Trey, I stick to the code. I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave.
How are my guys
They
doing?
live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anywhere.
How are you doing, my guys? Can you hear me all right? Let me get rid of the music right here. That's done. How you doing, my guys? Design Syndrome here. Glad to have you back on the channel, on the streams. Design Dojo, let's get it. How you doing, my guys? What you been up to this week? Have you been done the assignments? If not, nothing. Like, just don't do them, I guess. But okay, chat's popping. Let's go. 1 a.m. real designer hours. You know, my guys, I've never been the type to work at a really late hours. I don't know what's the deal with that. Yo, let me adjust the chat right here. Yeah, make it. Is that size all right? Or you rather have it here? I don't know. I feel this is more. I don't know. Can you hear me all right, guys? Oh my God, today I did a lot of work. It's crazy. But bless. We are appreciative of everything. How y'all doing? On it to re-edit my second piece for this week already. A pilot from Germany. Okay, guys. Glad to see you are popping in the chat. W's in the chat. Okay. Oh shit. Let me get some mate. I'm already here. Oh, I'm not in the Discord. Wait. Discord. So for anyone that's just coming into the stream, this is a Design Dojo stream, a space on my Discord channel in which I give weekly feedback. This is a Design Dojo stream, a place on. Oh, sorry. Let me get something to drink first. Oh, it's cold. Sorry. This is a Design Dojo stream, a place on my Discord channel in which I give weekly graphic design assignments. To those entries that you give for the assignments, and then I give feedback on the streams live, and also I made my piece. So here we are. This week's assignment was about making a 2-poster series in which you had to convey opposing emotions, right? It could be something profound as chaos and order. Those are actually more on the ones that are more like on the nose, are more fundamental, are actually the harder to do because you're relying on things that are being really played out, right? So you could make it about anything. You could make it a joke, you could make a bumper sticker. The thing, it needed to be 2 pieces that lean on contradicting or opposing emotions. You know what I mean? The point of the exercise being like not really, when we are doing something, usually we're trying to channel the emotion that we're feeling on the moment, right? When we're trying to do sort of a more of a artistic piece, right? Trying to get out there what we have inside. But the point of this exercise really is to be able to maybe talk about something that we want, right? But at the same time, reach out for the opposite emotion, right? Not just being able to do while we are feeling it. It's kind of similar when we're working for a client. Sometimes we need to reach out and try to communicate whatever they are feeling, but through our lens. You know what I mean? Not every time it's about communicating what we feel in the specific way we feel it. So this is a nice exercise to make something cool, but also at the same time trying to do this exercise of just reaching out and trying to channel an emotion that's not really what we're feeling right now, but there is an emotion that's within us. You know what I mean? Can you show a client how you deliver work? I can show you some of that. I think I can show you some of that. But I don't know if that's not the point exactly of this stream, because that's something that we will need to talk about a bit more like longer format. You know what I mean? Because it's a really important part of the process, when you're working with clients. I would say like almost presenting the project, it's sometimes half the work to make the client like it. You know what I mean? To have him realize your vision and where you're trying to say, and see it in the best light possible to give you the best chance of acceptance for the work you want to do, right? But yeah, going back to the exercise, yeah, that's the point, trying to reach out, convey different emotions, actually opposing emotions. And yeah, I wrote something about it. I must send it via email because I don't want to get so heavy about that in here, but I think it's a nice backdrop to have to this assignment. There is a video of this amazing YouTuber. I always talk about her. She's called Ter. Her videos are in Spanish, but she has this video about the performance and being performatic, and how does this can help us in our lives, when we have these contradicting feelings. The usual example that I'm giving more frequently is this. I don't know, sometimes I'm having this hunger for just grinding and hustling, you know what I mean? And other times I don't feel like it, right? And these are states in which we can be, and it's okay, right? And knowing when to lean on them and not just make them our identity, because sometimes it's easy to fall into I identify as someone that's disciplined, right? So that means when you're not being disciplined, that's being a fault toward your character, right? You see it as a fundamental trait of you, and then that doesn't give you any leeway to sort of play and relax in a meaningful way. Every time you're relaxing, you're just not being disciplined because you set it as a point of your identity, right? So I guess this act of being performatic is sort of knowing which emotions are within you and just leaning on them as tools, right? You're not disciplined, and as in a fundamental characteristic of your identity. You resort to discipline when you need it, and you resort to detachment and to resting and to letting things flow when you need it, right? Developing the touch to know when to reach for which, that's individual to every one of us, you know what I mean? But I went off the branches again. Sorry, my guys, but this is what it is. This is what it is. I like for every assignment to have some sort of intention before it. You know what I mean? Some philosophical backdrop or anything that's behind the exercise, right? because I think now more than ever we're gonna have to try to tie our design decisions or practices on things that are a bit more like deeper, you know what I mean? Everything's becoming so commoditized. The rhythm at which things are starting to be asked of us, you know, the creation of images, content, right? It's easy to lose the way, to stray off the path, you know what I mean? But that's what we're here for. That's what the dojo means. Dojo means place of the path, place of the way. So here, my guys, let's go. Some third eye philosophy, always good. Let's go. What's third eye philosophy? What's that? But yeah, my guys, I don't want to make it super pretentious. You know, I like this kind of stuff, but I want the exercises to be a little more down to earth. I just want to propose something. So to the ones that want to go deeper and want to go to that more profound conceptual level, you can, but it's not a thing that you must. It's nice to have it there, to have a place to anchor yourself, but let's get to watching some bullshit on the Discord channel, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're here. Yeah. Don't get me started on the spirit gang, you know what I mean? Like the spiritual shit. I guess we can talk about this more on a Discord, not on stream, because I would like to hear your opinions. And yeah, I'm gonna put a cap on because my hair is a fucking mess. So let's go. Let's see what we have here over on the Discord channel. Boom. Where are we? Design Dojo. Okay, guys. Okay, we have a few. I already gave some feedback to this. Perfection commands order. Create possibility. Chaos create possibility. Okay, first the copy is not that well structured, and also it's too literal, my guy. Like, you are not being playful at all. Yeah, this needs a bit of a spin, but that's one thing I said about like trying to tackle these fundamental categories like chaos and order, the feminine, the masculine, all of that stuff. It's been really played out, right? It's really hard to come up with something that will make you go, "Ooh, that's a different take." You know what I mean? It's been super explored, you know. Here my guy is lacking the second piece. Let's go. I like the line threshold. I have a tutorial on this. I'm not sure if he used my tutorial. Okay, EG. My guy, what was his name? He was right here. Emmanuel Guerrero. Let's go. So, he's saying, let me see, because I'm moving all over the place. So I went with the stickers like the ones you see on cars, skateboards, mirrors, etc. Harry Hines, it's a place where you can find women of labor where I'm from. I personally like making darker, edgier stuff, so I decided to try to design something around this taboo subject. I like that. Then on the flip side, I felt like a happy-go-lucky design is probably the opposite of the prostitution one, so that's what I did. I struggled a bit because I'm not that type of person to make these things, but in the end I did a lot better than I thought. I really love that wording, you know. Sometimes we put ourselves in a little box of the style of art that we think we must do or that we like to do, you know, sometimes because it's colorful or whatever it may be. For me, it could be, I don't know, I had a phase in which I was really reluctant to doing anything with color, right? And then you start to think that then what's your characteristic style? Like colors, or is a specific set of subjects, you know? Or maybe it's that your art or your pieces are dark, but dark doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be like dark in palette, right? This comparison is quite dark, you know, and it's letting through a little bit of your values, you know, what you think about the world. And I think that's really important. And maybe that starts to become your style, not necessarily that you do dark things, you know. This is a dark topic, right? And portray it as you want. You are talking about something that's pretty loaded, you know what I mean? So I guess that's a really cool thing to maybe try to explore, you know, like graphically. What does it mean, these contracts, right? It can point towards something within us that's really dark, and maybe that's the dark part, the rugged part, right? Not so much like in the torn paper threshold style, you know. Family, friends, fun. Let's build something together. Okay. Yeah, these are really different. Let me start to download some of this. Projects, Design Dojo, week 14, feedback. Feedback. Okay, let's put this one over there. Let's open Photoshop real quick. I have some catch up to do. The challenges week 12 and 13 is still on my list. EG pieces are nice. Yes, they are indeed, my guy. I have in general some low-level graphic design type work experience knowledge. What book do you recommend to hammer the fundamentals and start from there? I think that, let me answer this in the big screen. I have a general knowledge. What type of book do you recommend to hammer the fundamentals and start from there regarding graphic design? I think the fundamentals are best practiced than studied, because these are things that you need to really put the repetitions in, like in any other kind of exercise, be it physical, be it whatever it is. So you can start to get the gauge of it. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain. We have a bunch of exercise of that sort in the I think the year before, and starting this year of the first one of the week, the first weeks of this year of the Design Dojo, we did a lot of that kind of typography work. If you go back to the streams and watch some of the first ones of this year, we have a bunch, and I'm planning to do other ones for type work and grids and composition and all of that. But the fundamentals. Once you figure them out, like composition, hierarchy, typography, right? Some of semiotics, like symbols, right? Starting to think and start to juxtapose what things mean, because at the end of the day, graphic design is just that. It's text and images. You know what I mean? It's how do you put the meanings of those things together and create something new, you know? How do you subvert the meaning of certain images with words? That's what graphic design is, ultimately. So yeah, the best thing, I wouldn't recommend books. They are nice for reference once you sort of get going and you see something and you can sort of more easily draw inspiration from it and use it as reference. I think they are good, but I wouldn't get into books at the beginning, because I fear also that they can get you in a really like paralyzed state. You know, you create habits that then are maybe hard to get out of. My advice would be to there are a bunch of videos that can push you in some direction to try typography, to experiment with it, and yeah, try a bunch different swab of techniques and ways of doing things, right? But yeah, the fundamentals, I think, in graphic design or in any performatic kind of thing, be it art, music, it's better practiced a lot than studied, like reading it from a book, you know what I mean? Like practice it and you'll acquire it, you know, and then use the book. Then books are goated, but I mean design books, you know what I mean? Oh, I have a whole take on books, but yeah, practice. And what was I doing? Yes. To get good, you honestly need to look at quality type for hours and hours and then set it yourself for hours. Yeah, practice makes perfect. Yeah, in this case, practice makes you average. You know, practice makes you average and then you become good by a lot of work, you know. Get the rules straight, then distort them at your leisure, you know? That's the thing. That's a really nice book. I don't know if this is exactly what you need, but picture this. But picture this, how pictures work, by Molly Bang. Yeah. I think that's a really good book. I mean, I've heard things from it. I haven't read it. But yeah, you already know, guys. You having the Shinobi, like the Black Codex, which is my book recommendation list on Notion. I'll leave you the link here. You'll see it here in the full video or not, I'll let you in the description, you know what I mean? So, what was I about to do? Oh yeah. This, okay, let's do like this, boom, boom, boom. So, okay guys, I don't wanna be here all night doing the feedback because this exercise is really quite, you overdid it or you didn't, you know what I mean? So let's grab these two. I want to just give them a nice look. I like that they contradict on concept, right? I would like to see, I know what you're saying, but this could be like a, you know what this looks like? Like a ticket for an event or some movie theater, car movie theater, you know what I mean? I would have leaned into lust a lot more, you know? Show me something gnarly. I don't know, without going too explicit. You could do a lot with a female body, you know, with sensuality, or maybe a man body, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, but I think the body can put out a lot of more taboo imagery without being explicit. There is a lot that can be suggested with the body, and you didn't like used that a lot. That I think it would be really nice to contrast all these graphics and all this fun gesture that you have on the top, you know? You contradicted the ideas and the sort of feel you get from the ideas, but it would have been nice to also get that contradiction in like the images, you know, in a more raw way, you know. You're talking about something that for you is taboo for society, then make it taboo imagery, you know, without, or at least exploring more that end, you know. Here you went a little bit shy on the working ladies, you know. Yeah, other than that, yeah, we're gonna do this type. It's a little bit like edgy. I don't know why. The family friends fun. I would have gone for something a lot more easy to read. Let's build something together. Again, I would change the type. We'll do an exercise on combining type. But yeah, this type needs a bit more work. One easy way of combining type is just the same way you make stuff contrast by weight. Do the same with type, you know, pick typographies that have contradicting features. Something that's really organic usually goes way with something that's really blocky. Something that's condensed goes well with stuff that maybe has a little bit more air, you know. So yeah, we'll do an exercise for that. But yeah, this exercise was more about the ideas, and I think that it's nice the comparison you took, like the opposite ideas. I don't think you went the entire way with this one, with the Harry Hines one. You know what I mean? I guess you could push this a bit further, not so shyly, and go full forbidden. You know what I mean? Like, this is the place to go madness, go insane. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that one. Now, what was bro saying next? Let me see if there is some Anbu operatives here. Go back to the others, but you see EG and Summon PSD are Anbu operatives, which is the Patreons, and those get preferential feedback. But I'll still give feedback to the ones that I feel that are committed and I have something nice to say that could nurture the feedback for everyone. But yeah, let me take a look at these ones. Rail-blooded submission for week 14, flourish and containment. Idea was to create two contrasting pieces exploring the emotional opposition between flourishing and feeling. Contained, restricted. My goal was to create a sense of what it means to express freely versus being held back when looking at the pieces together. Flourish, soft, natural, forms and colors and blooming flowers. Containment, harsh barriers confronting mostly black and whites. Okay. I have something to say. The pieces are beautiful in their own right, but are they the exercise, my guy? Are they the point of the exercise? I don't know. Let's see. So we have these two pieces. Let me switch my camera. Let's switch to this camera. So I want you all to tell me, what do you think, guys, I'ma say about these pieces? What do you think I'm gonna say about these two pieces? Oh. Come on, guys. To be fair, it was a fair bit of vibing. When you showed your brief, you talked about keeping distance. I think a lot about distance, that distance a bit. I think I lost that distance a bit. I don't know, my guy. I think which of these posters seems more contained? Which piece seems more contained, my guys? Contained. You know what we are talking about here? Containment, like, because I can see in this piece, I can see a flourishing of madness. You know, in this piece, I can see a flourishing of something dark. And in this piece, I can see you are literally trapping the color. You are literally containing a feeling, right? With the shapes. This one feels a lot more contained. Yeah. The first one feels more contained, right? If we changed the script, it will be perfect. You know? It will be perfect, right? That's why I feel like sometimes it's nice if we try to flip the script and what we're trying to say. Right? Flourish, soft, natural forms. Where are the natural forms here? In which one you see more natural forms? Because in this one, the color part became a gradient, right? And in this one, I see much more natural forms, right? I mean, there are circles, but this texture, the human body, it's already like a pretty natural form, if you ask me, you know? So this is what I mean sometimes, like to think of what do the shapes we use mean, right? And what emotions do they help convey by the way we use them, right? We put a color inside a container. What does it mean? What does it mean that this color of this figure it's inside a container? We put a texture over everything. What does it mean? That it's corroded, or that it has life, or that it's there, that it exists, right? These are both nice pieces, but I guess, again, like the messaging, also containment. Like you can make the piece and not necessarily put the word, you know? In Blossom. I guess this one is nice because you get the contrast, because it says in Blossom, you put in Blossom, and then the piece looks a bit contained. So that makes me think, like, what do you mean, right? I guess that's a nice first step, but the second step would be to look at the piece and say, oh, I get it. I hadn't thought about that. That's really cool, or something like that. But again, it's not that this exercise, it needed to be that play on words, right? I'm just giving back to you after what you said on the brief, you know? After what you said on the brief, that's not what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm trying to say. The exercise is good because it's what you try to do. You try to juxtapose opposing ideas. That's the exercise, and that's perfect. But I would maybe change the strategy, right? And think about what it really means, what you did in the pieces, right? Because you can see it now that I see it, now that I said it, right? It's not that I'm saying something that's not apparent, or now that I said it, like you don't see it, right? Like you see what I'm saying. That's important, because if I say stuff and you're like, I don't see it, my guy, then it's not the point, right? Because the point is that after I said this, everyone that's watching this looks at the pieces and can see what I'm saying for a fact, right? You can literally see what I'm saying juxtaposed with not juxtaposed, but off of the brief that you said here, right? Flourish, soft, natural forms, colors, and blooming flowers, right? That's great, right? So now that you've all seen this, you can apply it to your pieces, right? See where the mismatch is, right? Because if you flip the brief, then the pieces are okay, and I can say they are derivative. But if that's what you wanted to do, that's okay, right? That's design. It's the intention. You achieved your intention, or you did not. I'm getting a bit winded. Today I enlisted for a 10K marathon, and I'm not training for it. I'm just gonna fucking run it, you know what I mean? With a friend. And actually, hopefully my girlfriend, she wanted to also enlist. Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. So, okay. Okay, so feedback for this one is kind of done. Let's go out to the Discord. What else did we had? Oh, okay. Um, I want to say something about this one, but let me see. See both pieces, like save image. And bro was saying raw marathon. Yeah. I've always wanted to run a marathon. It's not a marathon, it's a 10K. Marathon, it's 42 kilometers, which is crazy in my opinion. Like, you need to be crazy to do 42 kilometers. A complete beast, you know what I mean? But I would like to run a marathon eventually. Ask Room, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué onda? Can you see me, guys? Yo, guys, can you hear me? Because I got a flag from OBS that the stream was maybe lacking. But now you can see me all right? Okay. Perfect. Let's go. So, okay. Let me move this chat. I put this here. Yeah, so what were these ones? What was what bro saying about this? Perfect, imperfect. One represents perfection and symmetry, while its comparison, its imperfection being somewhat incomplete and unresolved, but still being its own piece, implying room to grow. What do we think, chat? What do we think? I think it's nice. I think I see it. I think this one is kind of abstract, but because the perfect, I like that he did perfect and imperfect, and you can't specifically tell which one is which. You can only tell by the circle, right? The circle and the symmetry are really powerful symbols of order, right? Of what one could consider the perfect, right? But the figure of the ballerina, it's sort of asymmetric, right? So it's breaking with that perfection and making it a lot more dynamic. It's not that he went with the classic perfect symmetrical piece and then the asymmetrical piece. Both are asymmetrical in their own right, but there is a much more orderly gesture to this one, right? And I think that's a more elegant way of trying to convey this. What does the text say? It's like a poem. Yeah, I think it's nice. Like I wouldn't know what to say that would add anything. I think it's nice. I would like maybe to see a bit more contrast, because they don't seem so opposite. You know what I mean? Like, I can see the opposition because you are telling me what they're about. Let me think. I like that one has a lot of text and the other don't. There's also that thing, because the one with the angel, that statue, the broken statue, has a lot of the text, it's implying a sort of grid and an order, you know? But the other one, yeah, I like them, but I feel that, I don't know why I feel they are a lot similar, right? Both could be used for perfection and it would be okay, you know? Yeah, maybe if we grab this one, the imperfect, and I want to try. Let me try something. With this, I'm just trying to see if a more aggressive change in the values could give me like a different read on the piece, you know? Now they look a bit more like different. Like something that's a bit more amorphous and is not that well defined in shape, but still have some order because of the implied text over it. I think something like this is really simple and it makes it work a bit more. Like maybe like that. But yeah, it was nice. But yeah, it was nice. Big props, my guy. I would maybe lean a bit more on making them a bit more different and contrasting between each other, you know? So yeah, this one is nice. Not really that much that I could add here because it's nice. This here. Okay, I wanted to get to these two because I liked it. I don't know if he said what was the idea, but week 14 submission, I feel I could improve the editing for the first poster, which I will. Just wanted to get some thoughts of them on them this far. I don't know, but I don't know which are the ideas for this one. Bro didn't say, but okay. It's nice that he didn't say because we can just try to figure them out. What are these posters, my guys? What do you think, guys? It's good about these posters in the context of the exercise. What are we thinking? Esa es la nativa. That's the native Photoshop texture, that's for sure. Ah, he had submitted the one with Hope earlier. Okay. Nice save there. Oh, here I have the exercise. I have a read about this piece, but I don't know if it's the correct one. I feel that this one, having the entire galaxy in his hand and contained, talks a lot about control, right? About control, about foresight, about vision, right? These are like really heavy symbols, you know, having the world, the galaxy in your hand, the space. And the other one is like he's lost in the space. Like this one has like a sort of aimlessness and sense of dread and being lost. And this one looks a lot like being in full control, right? I could totally see this being a meme, like I have two moods, and then this one, you know. I think this is the best one for this exercise. the ones that we've seen, right? It's simple. It has no words, right? We didn't even entirely knew what the concept was, right? But you can see they look from the same set. It looks like a symbol. No, sorry, it looks from the same set. It looks like a system, right? You can tell that these both posters belong in the same thing, right? And yet they channel completely different emotions. One of full control, I'm the master of the universe, and the other it's kill me, just kill me, you know? A plus, my guy, A plus, love it, love it. You know what would make it better? Threshold. Let's go. Threshold. Nah, I'm joking. I don't know. Moving on. Nice. Like what bro did. What more do we have here? Oh, we had this one I wanted to check out. Yeah. Clip it. Somebody clip that. I'm gonna do a clip. Oh, guys, I need someone to make my clips. I'm doing them myself, but it takes me a lot of time. I need an editor for that kind of stuff. This one I liked. I liked this one. I love when somebody gets the exercise and I'm like, fuck, yeah, he got it, you know? The fuck? Let's see. Let's see what this is all about. Shot. The shot. Yo, guys, share the stream if you feel like helping with shit. Where are we? Okay. We are here. Do these look from the same set? Do they look from the same set? Yeah, they do. A thought becomes a loop becomes a knot. You replay, rewind, rewrite until silence grows louder and even simple things feel heavy. That's deep. That's a deep, ninja. A thought comes and goes, a spark without a flame. You skip, skim, surrender while questions pass you by, and nothing ever feels that deep. Okay, what's the concept? What's the concept, my G? Oh, I love that he used the... the spoiler feature. Week 14 submission. It's in a spoiler warning if you want to figure it out yourself first. Love it. Love that he used that communication there. First ever submission, so please let me know if I didn't get it right. Harsh critique is welcome. Harsh critique, my guy. You sure about that? Typography shit. You should uninstall Photoshop. I hate this. I'm joking. It's really good. I really liked the... Let me think again. Yeah, I really like the use of the nods for the overthinking, but I was getting from just watching the images, I got that you were saying like the underthinking was better than the overthinking. Now reading the poems, I like that you went the complete way. Like you were fuck all of y'all, fuck overthinking and fuck underthinking, you know? That's going for the opposites, right? That was the exercise. He saw it more than I did, you know? A thought comes and goes. Yeah, it would have been nice to have the typography matched in both. Oh no, but wait, the typography being small means that you're overthinking and you can't hear it, right? Or am I projecting a lot into the piece? A thought comes and goes, spark without a flame. You skim, you skip, you skim, you surrender, while question pass you by. I don't know, I feel like this poster in comparison with this one, like this one feels a lot more calm. And I don't know, I got that maybe this was better than this, right? It's not that one is worse and the other it's also bad. I got that one is better than the other. I don't know if that was intended. Reading the poems, I feel that not, right? Maybe the composition was the same, but maybe for this poster, I'm just doing like something really, how do you say? Something really hard. So to show an idea, right? Maybe this poster was like this, like super contrasted, right? And the other poster was yeah. Bro is saying, I think the first one is like the thoughts that go everywhere without sense, and the second it's a more linear thought, right? But what I'm saying is the gesture of having in one like the big typography and the other one has the small type. Like, what does it mean? Okay, and for this one, maybe it's a bit more like this. This is not the resolution. I'm just playing with the idea of having it be underwhelming, you know? Like the contrast, it's far less contrast, so it's a lot more tamed, you know? The piece is a lot more, how do you say? Less loud. It's like it passed you by, you know? Yeah, but I love that he used the... Also, you know what I'm just realizing? And let me put this here. Rasterize. We could get rid of this text. Let's merge both layers. I'm just gonna do something quick. Look at this, guys. I cooked. But you know what I mean? It's a lot less, and you can see this one feeling overwhelming and this one feeling underwhelming, right? And then the typography in one being small and in the other being big, it feels a lot more intentional, right? This is a classic less is more. And I would even go as far as doing maybe something like this. Oh, shit. You know? And like this, we make it completely contrasting opposite, right? And then you have, and maybe this, we can make it like even more. you know? And just like that, you have a much more, you make the contrast much more apparent, you know, you make it super, super intentional, super, super clear, right? And you didn't put like overthinking and underthinking, right? It was just the seed of the idea, and I think it's really nice. Like, I like it. I like it. Real nice job you did there with the poster system. It needed a bit more like intentionality in the way it was designed, but the idea for the images, it was great. So it was great. Just take from it that from what I'm doing, like seeing which ways you can make that contrast, like stretch it to the end, you know, almost break it, you know. That's what's gonna give the piece its oomph, you know, its feeling of you're doing something, you know, that it's doing something, that shit. Let me put that here. You have something more? No, we have nothing more. So okay, guys. So what's good, guys? You want to talk about something before I start doing my piece? If you want, let me know. So what are you guys playing at? Are you playing to some game, anything? I just downloaded Apex Legends again, but I don't know, like it's real sweaty. Everyone's super try-harding and I don't have a team, so fuck that, you know what I mean? I wanted to maybe get into Deadlock, the new Steam game. I had the invitation for it. I wanted to try it out more. But yeah, we're vibing. We're vibing. Oh, posters are great. I'm really glad that you uploaded a lot of pieces. But come on, guys, I want to see more people participating. Like, I know that a lot of y'all are in uni and whatnot, and I know a lot of people are doing the exercises and are not posting their results. Like, please go to the Design Dojo guide and read this. Read the guide. Read what it says here. Right? Go and read it and give it a go. Nobody here knows what they're doing. I don't even know what I'm doing, you know? I just know some stuff that I can put you into some direction, right? But just because others did the same to me, like I'm just spewing what my teacher said to me and adding my little bits and pieces from what I understood and the experiences I've recollected these past years. But other than that, it's just I'm just passing information on, you know. Add what is useful, discard what is not, and add what's completely yours. Well, who said that? Oh, Ido Portal. Ido Portal did. So yeah, I wonder what this dude is gonna do. But the second one will need more time. Someday it will work. Some of my stuff is so trash. The shame it brings you to post. Nah. In order to be the master, you have to be the fool first, right? The easier you let go of that sense of being trash, the faster you'll be good, you know? So yeah, let's go. So for my piece, I'm not really sure of what I want to do. And let's grab this. I'm gonna do it in this one. Let's put this feedback. And let's move this about And actually, let's see the ratio. It's 4:5. What's the new Instagram ratio? You said to me like 3:2, 2:3. Like this is the new Instagram format. Who said something to me about this? Oh, you were talking about the for the profile, but the post is the same. Okay. Okay, I wanted to do. Yeah, no, I was tripping. Yeah, it's 4:5. Sorry. Someone said to me last stream that they changed it, and I don't know what. Yeah, but they meant like the profile pic. Yeah. So yeah, I want to do something around, you know, that feeling when you finally understand Photoshop. I want to do like something like a meme, you know, like when I understood Photoshop, like that feeling, and then the feeling of Photoshop crashed on me, you know, something like that. So I have these pictures that I always use. I always keep my stock photos. I repeat these images in a lot of my posters. If you take a look at them, I have this one of Matt Mikkelsen. Let's see if we can make something with this. I want to make it really glittery. Let me change this. There. Oh. Sorry. Edits. Undo. No. I want to do like a really heavy like bloom glittery image, and then the same image but in a different filter, you know. But I want to really dial in the emotion. Let me think. Yeah, I know what I want to do. I'm just thinking how I'm about to do it. Okay, let's do. I'm gonna first. I know what I'm gonna do. Let me see if I can make it like a template. Art. Let's make a smart object. Oh no, this is what I was going to do. I keep playing with this window, you know. Let me put it here, and then like that. And let me put the chat here. Can you still see the chat, or is that too small? I think that's fire, right? That's good. Like there. And just moving this. I'm just keep trying, you know, it's really hard. So yeah, now I made this, and I want to find a way to keep the highlights Let's try to add the text first. It's understood with understood, yeah. And actually, let me grab this Matt Mikkelsen. This was, let's see what it does if I just put. Yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. Oh, it's good. I like it. This one, and this one, and this one, and this one. This is good. Rise to rise layer. Merge layers. So, okay, let's name this arts. Let's convert to smart object. And I want to make this sort of like a template. And I want to make it like really glittery. I want to use the highlights of the image to sort of create some sort of reflection, or like the glitter, you know, like the, how do you say, like the lens flares, to make it like really glorious, you know. I love the image because he's all beaten down because you finally understood, you know what I mean. So I guess for this it's better if I put this here and I make a solid black layer, because inside this I'm gonna have to, because I want to just get like the information for the highlight, you know. So for that to happen, I need to apply to this smart object an image adjustment black and white, because I want to get rid of the any color. I want to just get the information for the highlights. And for that I need to get rid of some of this to only get those highlights, you know. Yes, like this. And now I need to filter blur, motion blur. Motion blur, filter blur, Gaussian blur. Put a 2. You see, and now if this I put to linear dodge, okay. Motion blur, let's give it a bit more. So like that, if I give it more motion blur. Okay, let's duplicate this, and to this one, let's change the direction of the motion blur. But why it's changing both? Because it's this one, it's in normal. You see, because this is collapsing. If I put this in normal, you see now we are seeing this one with the black, right? But I want this also to collapse, and we can see both strokes of light. So now this one needs to be in screen or linear dodge, and now everything in this pass we put it in linear dodge, right? And maybe here I go inside here and I drop a curves, and now I can play with this one specifically, you know. But I want to see where the information is for the highlights. More here, it looks like. It seems. Actually, let's try with all levels. No, I think I like more the curves. Like that, and now we can play again with this. What happens if I bring the motion blur first? The Gaussian blur, sorry. And I do it less. And the motion blur a bit less. What happens if I do less? Gaussian blur, another Gaussian blur on top. With more Gaussian blur, like that. And then I duplicate the motion blur again. And this motion blur, I give it more motion blur. Okay. And what's this if I put it on normal? Now the strokes look a bit better. Now it looks a bit better. Like that, and now duplicate it, set it to linear dodge, and this motion blur, we put it 45, and this other motion blur 45. Not working as much. Let me see if I add some diffusion. I'm gonna add is my noise? Here. This is a noise action. I haven't released it yet, but it will come. Oh, the soft light, it actually helps a lot. And now a fine noise. There. These are gonna call feedback goes here. So it's gonna go in noise. And on top of the noise, let's add posterize. On top of the posterize to level 6, let's add a gradient map. It needs to be a bit smaller. To make the image a bit, give it a bit more space. See what it does. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what will come out of this. Merge layers. So like this, we get like a nice glow. But I also want to get those highlights. Filter. Screen. But this first blur needs to go, the first bloom needs to go below. Something like that I need for the thing. Oh, let me see that. If I put this here. Yeah, I think that works better because I need the highlights to be much more like prominent. Like that. No. I want to see what happens if I color the glints, the glimmer with the gradient map. I can't make this really pop. It's driving me crazy. If I do it 2 times. It would be super funny if I did like the white border. Or me after getting or understanding. Layer blend mode. I'm really vibing with this Nimbus font. It's like a Helvetica alternative. I really want to understand what I'm not getting, like the deep highlight. No, I guess I won't be able to do it like I thought I would be able to. Um, Let me try motion blur. I don't see the effect applying. Ah, it's in black. What an idiot. Put the blur, Gaussian blur a little bit, filter. There we can see more the. Blur. No. Yo, I think that's kind of better, right? If I make it like really crazy and really. Yo, I lost track of what I was. Here, right? Oh, here. I think this is good. This is good. I feel right, Chad. I think it's kind of good. I need to make the noise a bit bigger and blur it a little bit. Like it's not perfect, but it needs to be funny, you know? Like it just needs to be like funny. No color dodge. Let's see online. No, let's go back to the other one. This. Like that. I think this is great. I think this works. Yeah, I think I need another gradient map. But it needs to be enlightened. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm literally just fishing for something to happen. Like I need Photoshop to do something, you know? Like just do something. Because I want to change the color. I don't like that green. Hue and saturation, change it. Ah, but the green gives it a nice. Yeah, I like this. Uh, I like this. I like this. Let's drop a texture for good measure. I like this, right, Chad? At this point, I'm completely overdoing it, guys. I want to be able to read the face, but I also want it to be like super gnarly. I think this works. We need to call it quits, you know? It's done. I think it's good enough to convey the idea I want to convey. That feeling of magnanimity when you sort of start to understand layers, you know? So that's it for this one. And this will be one. Let's set it like that. And now let's put rid of that layer. Let's put that there just to have it at hand. Let's keep the noise and all of that because we're gonna use it all the same. Let's put this in one layer and let's bring another image. And now what would be like a contrary emotion? Like when you understand Photoshop, and the other one would be like me when Photoshop crashes on you. But it needs to be, we can make it like super, let's put the quote. Photoshop crashes. Me when and save it. There, me when unsaved PSD file crashes. Me when scratch disk full, scratch disk full is crazy. Me when, that's great. Yeah, but I wanted to make the contrast, I wanted to have it be the contrast of Photoshop, you know? When Photoshop can makes you feel this amazing, like I know it all, like I've become a master of Photoshop, and then you go like, I'm just gonna switch to other software, you know? Like I'm gonna hate this software. Scratch disk full is nice, but it's more regarding to the system rather than to Photoshop, you know? I guess it's really a nice one. I'm gonna do that one someday. That meme. Me when and save PSD file. Yeah, let's do it for the memes. I guess it's more powerful the scratch disk full. And this one is kind of funny. I'm gonna use, this is an action. The Patreons already have it. I'm working on the full pack, but it's just the ink bleed. From this, with one click, you go to this. It's crazy. This is also funny. You know what I mean? It's like me when scratch this is full. That one is cool also. Let me change the color of the background to match this picture. And so generative fill for the win. It's done. It's practically done because the concept was already fine from the other one. But it needs to have a bit more editing just because it's the concept, you know. It needs to be with more Photoshop involved, you know. But let's not worry, I'll make it real quick. This one is great also, you know. Because I don't know, it's kind of funny, like that, you know. You know, me when the scratch disk is full. Boom. There. I guess it's nice. Is it nice? I guess it's nice. No, but okay. What I wanted to do is like the silhouette. Mm-hmm. What the fuck am I saying? Oh. No. What the fuck am I saying? No. Wait a second, guys. My dog is crying. She's crying. She's crying. ¿Quieres estar acá o no? ¿Por qué lloras? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? She's crying. I don't know what she wants. What do you want? What do you want? Squat. I'm not that of a heavy squatter. I could squat 130 kilo. 130 kilo I could squat once, I feel like. I think I haven't done a heavy squat in a while now. I think it's like 75 lips, like pounds. I think it's 75 pounds. Yeah, maybe I'm more around 60 pounds. I think 60 pounds is my squat. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that. Let me check. Yeah, no. More around 110 kilos. Yeah, 110, like 242. 242 I could squat. Yeah. I did it backwards. I did it backwards for sure. I think it was better without the thing. Yeah, I think this works. I lost the hairs. I lost the hairs. The little hairs. I think like there. There we have it, right, Chad? I think that's a nice. Let me see both together. Yeah, my dog is crying. I don't know what she wants. What do you want, my guy? My sis. She's a girl. What happened here? There. Do you like it, guys? I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Yeah, I like it, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would have like. I'm gonna try maybe to do a more serious piece, you know. But I like that it's kind of a meme. I know if I post this, I think it could work well on social media. People are gonna kind of share it. I feel like. But yeah, these are cool. They turned out really good. It's not what I envisioned. The Matt Mikkelsen one, I figured it could be a bit more different, but I think they are cool. I think they are cool. What I'm gonna say, you guys. So I think that's it for today's stream, my guys. It's pretty late. Need to go grab something to eat. My dog's crying. I don't know what she wants. What she wants? So yeah, maybe we're gonna grab something to eat right now. So yeah, that's it, my guys. Keeping it light, you know what I mean? It's all vibes up in here. So yeah, my guys, if you don't have something you would like to talk about, I'm gonna be retreating from now. Yeah, I'm pretty cooked. Have a good one, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you to all that watched the stream. And yeah, my guys, want to see you all on the Discord channel, uploading your pieces. You already know how it is. Fuck peace. Wish you conflict. See you in the next one, guys. See you next week. And tomorrow I'll be loading the short version of last week's stream that we did. It's already edited. So yeah, that goes up tomorrow. And yeah, see you in the next one, my G's. Peace.